Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Greta if you're new here, and I just have to say wow, wow, and thank you. I'm so overwhelmed with the website and its success. I'm just like, mwah, love you guys. I clearly should have done this a while ago, and it clearly was needed. It was definitely like a vacuum of space that you guys are just eating up. And I'm just so happy to be filling a void and a need, because that's what makes me happy, is fixing, like solving a problem or filling a void. It makes me feel like I did the right thing. So thank you. Gosh, oh, I just got goosebumps. So happy. So I'm finally able to like look presentable and film, because I can't even tell you, I've been working nonstop for 2 days straight. Like, I don't know the last time I fell asleep in my clothes, but I literally fell asleep in my clothes at some ungodly hour, like 2 in the morning last night. I've been like literally just working, and then my real life, it's been insane, and I'm working on all these different time zones, so my phone is constantly going. But yeah, it is apparently all worth it, and it's just getting started. You guys don't even know how good it's gonna get. I'm like, oh, yes. And also, big shout out, if you guys are in the UK, Gabby has a website there. She's also ramping her site up. For those of you in Canada, you've been asking me too. And Yana at the Scented, she's actually the first one to have done the website with decanting. We get so many perfumes sent to us, and it makes me feel good to be able to let you guys try it. I've always been great like that, but there's only so much I can do with DMs and emails. But anyway, if you're in Canada, Yana is over there at the Scented, and it's thescented.ca for Canada. She gets a lot of the same PR as me, so she does have a lot in common. She does have less. She also has a lot more designer than me too. So, and she has a little bit different taste than me. She likes definitely more gentle fragrances than I do. I'm kind of middle of the road and I like to just play with everything, but she likes them more gentle. But you'll see a little bit of diversity, but it's a lot easier shipping within Canada. And Canada can ship here, but it's really expensive to ship from the US to Canada. Just the taxes and fees is just ridiculous, that it's not really worth it, I don't think, depending on the size of your order. I will get to international. I just need to get everything situated first. I do have a few subscribers that I've shipped to in the past. I've helped them out with like House of Sillage. I've shipped them decants. Like, I've shipped them some things before. So I do know how to do it. I do have a system. It's just setting it up in Shopify is just, I'm too busy right now with just getting it rolling and tweaking it and editing it to start adding in international for each of the different countries. But I am doing military APO boxes, which you do have to coincide with the country you're shipping to. So I am making exceptions for that. But yeah, oof, wow. I didn't even get into this video yet. I am gonna do a video of some of my favorites here in a second. One more announcement. So they're going a little slower than we planned. However, there's been a lot of editing in the process, which has slowed us down a little bit. So we're getting there. And then yes, there are more brands coming. As I tell you about some of my favorites, I'm going to tell you some of the full bottle brands that I have coming in and the wait time that'll be on them. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get into this. I've had 2 requests. What are my guy's favorite fragrances? Because he is a little pickier, but he does have a really refined nose. He's very fine-tuned senses when it comes to auditory, his palate, his nose, like they're very fine-tuned. But he's also, you know, not a neat, I'll get there. So his favorites, And then my favorites right now with this barrage of new releases, I'm kind of cherry picking some of my favorites for you to let you know, because there's been a bunch and I even have more that has rolled in to show you. But let me just tell you some of my highlights, okay? So number one, I'm gonna just jockey back and forth. I think my guy is a guy of routine, okay? I know a lot of guys are like that. My guy really is routine, and when he has a favorite, he kind of locks in on stuff. So the one that is his total favorite that I'm working on getting that like vice grip clutch from him is and I've had like a couple of 10 ml decants of this also, and then I just have been refilling it with this new bottle. But the Parfum Cologne of Roja Enigma, Creation E in America, this is his favorite. And I think, you know, he really likes boozy stuff, but this one is gentle. It's that Coca-Cola boozy kind of opening. It's not like a true boozy like Katai or that's really the most boozy, or even Dolce Diablo. Like, it's not truly alcoholic, but there's a little bit of this boozy root beer cola kind of thing going on. And then the dry down gives him this baby powder fresh kind of scent. Now, he was a guy that used a lot of baby powder when I met him. I don't know. Is it an Italian thing? I don't know. A lot of baby powder. So maybe that's reminiscent to him, but he does tend to like a powdery dry down. I've noticed that. And it's a subtle subtle powdery kind of scent and it really does smell very good on him. So this one is still his ride or die. Try as I might to get some more in his hands. The one that I have managed to work its way in there with that one is Oceania. Now, yeah, he's got expensive taste. Did I tell you? I mean, the guy has expensive taste, but this is why he doesn't give me crap. He has really expensive hobbies and expensive toys, and yeah, that man, you do not want to have him on your Christmas list is all I gotta say, because that man is expensive. Think I'm expensive? No, he's expensive. Anyway, Oceania, because it opens more juicy, open air, kind of like a little pepper lake. Citrusy, open space, like it really does give you that feeling of being on the open seas, and he's really big into boating. And then that dry down again is giving you that same baby powder kind of undertone to that base that is drawing him in, but this is a much fresher version than the Enigma. So he's definitely been liking this. I said I was going to go back and forth. Okay, one of my favorites is Sacred Bond. Now, when you can't get your hands on things, I kind of cringe and hold back featuring them till I know you can get them, because it just makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like riling people up and then frustrating them because they can't get it, right? But don't worry. Your girl's coming through for you on this one. They are currently moving their warehouses. This and another couple brands use the same warehouse. So give me like 2 weeks. I'm going to try to preload it though for you. Oh my God, I love this one. I love this one. This is in the decant shop though. So you can get your nose on it. You can try it. See, it might be something that you want to buy. It did just load today. It's already selling, but man, okay, I get like, this is gonna sound crazy. Maybe it's because I'm looking at blue, but I feel like blueberries. Like, I get this basket of berries, juicy fruit kind of thing. I think it's actually raspberries in here, and I think this blue just kind of plays a mind trick with me. And then it definitely has a very voluminous kind of feel, while still having, like, it's still okay year round. I'm still cool wearing this in the summer. If you're in like Houston where it's really thick and muggy, you might want something lighter. Otherwise, if you're in air conditioning, or like here in San Diego, it's pretty mild and it's a little drier, so I can get away with that stuff. Definitely indoors, but oh my God, I love this one. So imagine like fruit and vanilla and a little bit of caramel, giving it that sweetness. And it has that benzoin that's really throwing a good projection and volume without being too thick. It's not thick, but it's voluminous, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm like dying to wear this, but dying. But there's a few that I'm dying to wear right now. Oh my God, I love this one. You gotta like fruity fragrances. If you like berry fruity fragrances, you're gonna love this one. Next up is another one from a brand that, yes, I will be finally bringing it in here so you can get it easier. You don't have to worry about shipping, all of that, yada yada. Loving a few from this house. And it's the Musique de Parfum and it's Concerto. Now, if you like Erba Gold, there's even like, if you want a gist of it, the Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold is similar. Like that is a little bit more of the dupe kind of take of this. This has that like stone fruits like peaches and apricots and nectarines, kind of juicy fruit kind of feel to it, along with this like amber musk, almost like cedarwood kind of vibrancy in there, vanilla musk kind of base. Absolutely love Concerto. Definitely along the lines of the Selfridges exclusive Erba Gold or Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold. I always want to say Amber Oud Rouge, Amber Oud Gold. Definitely along those lines, but a little bit different. Probably not different enough to own both. I don't know. Maybe different enough. I definitely get a lighter feel in this and a little bit more of a wood influence in here. Kind of like a sandalwood or a cedarwood or something. I didn't look at the notes. But I do get like a light, fresh wood in here that I don't get in those. And this feels a little smoother and lighter than those, but definitely quite similar. Okay, another one that my guy is loving right now is Vibrato by Sospiro. Again, you see the powder thing? Like he has this thing right now. Maybe it's a phase or maybe it's because he really likes that finishing feeling of baby powder. I don't know, but this is bergamot and ginger with powder and it definitely has power. Like this has longevity and projection and will keep going. Even though it's a fresh, it gives you this showered fresh clean feeling, like you've showered and you're fresh and you used an excellent body gel and then you powdered off. That kind of fresh feeling that you would get for 10 minutes, you get for like 12 hours. And the ginger in here just gives it this little pop and originality that I really like. But yeah, he likes this one too. Really likes this one. Okay, my other favorite, you know this, Cupid 1623. Love this. If you like coconut and tropical kind of fragrances with a lot of volume, I love this. So it opens very citrus. I do get like lemon and orange, like you just peeled an orange and you're getting this squirt of the rind where it's a very like orange oil kind of feel to it. And the coconut starts coming through. Like the coconut is very like creamy, waxy kind of feel, breaking through that orange oil. And the coconut just gets more and more vibrant. Oh, I love this one. There's a ylang-ylang in here also giving it a little bit of this like banana hued floral kind of like, it's very tropical like. So you're getting really a lot of ylang-ylang and coconut coming through after that initial burst. And so it's kind of smooth, creamy, floral, just really like a tropical kind of influence to it. Okay, what comes to mind is Bora Bora. Now, Bora Bora is pretty popular. Bora Bora is also in my shop, by the way, but Bora Bora to me is like lush, like tropical floral gardens with a little hint of coconut in the air because there's coconut trees, but it's really primarily those lush tropical florals. This is kind of the opposite balance where you're really getting that coconut and ylang-ylang where there's more of like what I prefer of a tropical fruit floral, like a tropical fruity floral kind of balance. That's kind of what I prefer. This is a lot more coconut and sweeter than the Bora Bora. but I can see definitely the same person liking both. Really like this one. 1623 is amazing. So yes, I will be putting this in my shop. These brands are the ones that actually prompted this whole thing. The Musique de Parfums, the 1623, I'm gonna get to it, Solace, you know, it's really what prompted it. Sospiro even, but Sospiro you can find here now, but we'll see, I might work something there. But those were the brands that I really fell head over heels for. And I was like, oh, where do you get them? Like, I didn't even, you know, I'm always good about checking websites to make sure you guys can get them. And I was like, holy cow, there's an issue. So yeah, we're fixing that real soon. I'm going to have this for you. So sit tight. And yes, you can still sample them though, to kind of see if it's what you want. Another one from Sospiro that I'm mad in love with. I know I've talked about Bel Canto. I do still love that one. It still might be my favorite. But now with summer coming, I'm kind of going to some of the others. There's two that come to mind. One is Contralto. Now, I've been waiting for the summer for this one because I knew I would really like this. Contralto opens fresh. Very fresh, citrus, pine needle, pink peppercorn, kind of fresh. A fresh woody, if that makes sense. And then the dry down is quite similar to Belle de Freak, if you like that, by Vibrato. Now, I personally never liked Vibrato because I've said it before. I think they're so overpriced and they have terrible longevity. They're not even pretty packaging. For that simple packaging, I expect it to be more reasonably priced. And again, like, the longevity kind of sucks. And I would get Belle de Freak in like Dapper because the longevity would be better, but it's not that I disliked it. So this one is a little similar to it. I wouldn't say it's spot on, but it's definitely, oh, my eye, but it's definitely similar. And I like it. I definitely like that pine needle fresh kind of thing going on here. It does open a little fruitier than Belle de Freak. The pink pepper just gives it this fruitiness, which is wild. Pink pepper can have like a sweetness to the spice. This one I absolutely love this time of year is Contralto. It's definitely been another favorite of mine amongst like all these new ones coming in. Another one I'm circling back to now that it's summer is Southern Peach Tea by Coastal Carolina Parfums. He did restock this. I'm super excited because this really was one of my favorites last year. If you want a really photorealistic, juicy peach, like a ripe, juicy peach off the tree that you can kind of sink your teeth into, and then you have the refreshingness of iced tea, like true iced tea, not like a green tea. Like, I don't like a lot of tea fragrances because they tend to have like a green tea kind of feel to them. This is more like iced tea kind of feel to it. I mean, you're going to talk sweet tea, iced tea, now you're talking. So I love this one, and it is back in stock now, which makes me really happy. This is a huge hit. And he has a new one up his sleeve coming out that I can't wait to try. I'm really excited for that. It sounds really good. Next up, another huge love that I have kind of refrained from talking about because I'm not really that mean where I'm trying to hype things up for you, but I think it started in the first video, my tropical coconut fragrance, that I was mad in love with this, and I kind of had like skid marks when I realized there really was a problem getting it. But Solace, the Solace art, now this fragrance, yes, it has the artwork on top. They do also have it in refill bottles. I'll try to get both because you can save a little money by not getting the artwork. But if you're like me and you love the beauty of your collection, they do have it with this glass. It's similar kind of technology to the Murano glass that you get in Venice, that glass blowing technique. It's gorgeous. I mean, if you saw like how this is a flame with the streaks in it, and they're all unique because it's glass blowing. But this one, man, let me put the art down. The artwork is the cap. This one opens with like big juicy red apple and grapes. So I think if you had apple juice and grape juice, kind of so good. I mean, grape, I like grape. And then you start to get the dry down of this like vanilla coconut amber fragrance that I just think is boom shakalaka, really good. Like to me, it is hot. It is hotsy totsy, this fragrance. Like, I love this one. I mean, I let my friend Fernanda try it and she's like, oh, it's like a fun afternoon fragrance. She doesn't even wear fragrances and she was like blushing. She loved this one. Loved it. So Amore Torrido is my favorite from this house. Do have others that I like from the house. I will tell you about those too. And yes, I'm working on having Salis in my shop as well. There are some others that I'm working on getting in my shop. You guys did request some Calutinis. I am working on it. Here's another one. Ooh, these are good. These are really good. These are good. Lorenzo Pasaglia. I do have the Fig and the Passion packs that I told you about. I do have the Extreme Passion and Adam and Eve's Dress, which is the Fig fragrance I love. I also have, I finally got it, the Summer Hammer and Van Exstacyx. These are good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Summer Hammer is again a really good tropical fruit where you get, I get more like coconut and pineapple and yeah, like your real legit tropical fruity floral kind of fragrance. This is really good. Unfortunately, they only come in 50 mLs. They are 150 euros in Europe, which is where I was like, yes, these are amazing. And 150 euros, that's cool. However, it's really expensive to get these in the US. And then I have to wonder, because I don't think I would pay 200 for 50 mLs. Like, it's getting expensive. I mean, 200 for 50 mLs is pretty high end. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So we're gonna work on that. And then Van Exy, oh my goodness, this is a good vanilla. Okay, this is a boozy, rich, deep vanilla. Like it's like a hybrid of just a like smorgasbord of vanillas in here. But I definitely get this slightly boozy vanilla like you would get in Note Vanille, where it's like a boozy type of vanilla, not really an alcohol kind of fragrance though. But the actual vanilla type has a booziness to it. I mean, you can smell this really rich Madagascar vanilla in here too. That I really like this one because I'm not big on boozy fragrances, even though the mister is like, I'm not big on smelling like alcohol, like boozy, but I do like a boozy vanilla where it has that richness to it. And this one definitely does that. Definitely. Unfortunately, they are still hard to get in the US. They do ship here, but unlike the Bon Talenti that gave free shipping after 300, these guys don't ever give free shipping. So you're still looking at that $50 shipping charge, which is pretty steep when it's 30%, 33% of the price of your, I mean, that's a hefty tax, you know? I really just wish they would do 100 ml. That would fix a lot of problems because a lot of us don't buy 50 ml because of the value. If we know we like it, it's usually only 50% more for 100 ml. So like this 150 would be plus 75, 225 for 100 ml. Now that I would do. That I'm down for. But 200 for a 50 ml is like, it's kind of like the perfect storm for US. Like it's every negative, like it's every deterrent. It's not worth it price-wise. Just every way you try to go about it and navigate it, it ends up just priced too high. So I think this might end up being like the fragrance to grab when you're in Europe, because that's where it's a good deal. It's just not a good deal in the USA, unfortunately. But I'm not giving up. I'm still gonna keep trying to figure out a way to do that. But honestly, I wish they would do 100 ml or come up with something. I'm trying. I mean, I'll keep trying. I'll try to get in my shop, but it's no different for me. So, but for those of you in Europe, which are like half of you, I really, really like those two. Like really like those two. Let's see, what else do we have? Syn.Ergy, the best mango fragrance ever. ever. Love this. And this is not sold here anywhere either. They are the sister house to Paradis de Scents. It is the same people. So it's just a separate company of theirs. So you do already see that in the shop. This, I am working on adding this also. And again, this is in the Decant shop, so you can get your nose on this and try it. Try before you buy. I always endorse try before you buy. And this is going to be a great setup to be able to do that. If you haven't shopped in my online shop yet, the Sillage by GB, I've kept the prices really reasonable for you. I'm not here to jack things up. There's a lot of discontinued fragrances there too that I did not take advantage and jack up the prices. EBK is there also. They all have different retail prices in case you don't know, so that's why you'll see fluctuation in prices. They're all different. I do have them all. And shipping is really reasonable. I get really good pricing for shipping, and it's synced with the shipping carriers so that it's literally calculating by weight what your pricing options are. So it's really fair, and if anything, it's in your favor because not all the items put the weight in there. So it's definitely in your favor. But the shipping, if you haven't noticed, I think for most of you, has been like $3-4, which is really kind of cool because I couldn't even do that before. So it's really a good deal. I'm trying my hardest to just make things available to you guys. Simone Andreoli is still a favorite. Every summer I circle back to Simone Andreoli. You know, right now Sunplosion. Before it was Malibu in the Bay. I love coconut lime. Right now I'm kind of going back to the Sunplosion because I haven't circled back. I finished my travel sizes and then really haven't done anything on the bottle. But I'm ready to circle back. Sunplosion is more like apricot explosion, and then you get like the sunny Hawaiian kind of influence with that coconut. I like Sunplosion. So we're circling back to this. I would like to get this in my store. I know it is at Lucky Scent. I'm not looking to compete with Lucky Scent. If it's available at Lucky Scent, that's cool. But yeah, decants. Lucky Scent does not have a good decant game. I hate those like 0.7 little flick things. Like, I really hate them. And you can tell they really don't like doing decants. And then you can use my code there. I really like the guys at Lucky Scent. I have to tell you, they are so good at what they do over there. They're amazing to work with. And I shop there too. I use my own code. But they're just so good. Why would I compete with someone that's doing it right? I mean, that's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to fill gaps. So yeah, I'm so excited. And what else? Let's see. Okay, so my guy also, gin and tonic, he likes it. I think he's been working so hard and going a mile a minute lately. And this has this siesta kind of feel to it. Happy hour, relaxing in the sun. And he hasn't had a minute for his mood to kind of sync with that vibe, but he does really like this one too. And then one that he really liked that I only just showed him, and that is by Houbigant, their classic Fuje Royale. This is the Fougére that created the term Fougère. Like you've heard, Tigler Mugler created the whole category of gourmand with Angel. It was a new thing, and it wasn't even a category of fragrances, where he kind of kicked that off and created it. Where Fuje Royale, which is like 100 years old, something crazy like that. This brand, Houbigant, is very old. The Paris family purchased Houbigant and has been refreshing the fragrances. But Fuje Royale is the original Fougère fragrance. So this definitely has this like lavender barbershop kind of feel to it, where you get that vibe of shaving cream and lavender aromatics, very masculine, very classic kind of scent. Yet they've done a phenomenal job on keeping their fragrances updated and contemporary feeling, not dated, while also really keeping like homage to the original formulas. They've done a phenomenal job at that with all their fragrances. But he did cartwheels for this one too. Total cartwheels. So that's, yeah, my guy has great taste. Did I even go over you? And Greta Magicka. This one, when I tried this after Exxons, I was like, okay, that's really good. Like, this is way better than Pura. It is the same formula. What they did was they increased the percentage of oils, so it's more like an extract than an EDP, and they increased how refined the materials are that they make it. So it's the same thing, just a little more intense and a little smoother feeling. So if you thought Pura was kind of a scratchy fragrance or just a little too brash for you, definitely give this one a try, because this one is smooth like butter. Yet the same thing. It's just like, it just smells more expensive, smells more refined. It's so much more elegant, this version. So I'm really excited to have this. And I have both versions. Get a small decan of both and see for yourself, and you'll see the difference. I think they're kind of cool. So those are the ones my guy is in love with, and those are the ones that I'm really in love with, that I really wanted to hype more, but didn't want to frustrate you because you couldn't really get them. But man, I really like them. I know Gabby's raving about them too. Like, they're so good. Yeah, those are the ones that I have been in love with, and the updates on the website. You will continue to see lots of new features added. I'm constantly in there, like, editing after they upload. It is literally like a giant department store. So all of this, everyone that says, I wish I could come to your house and like do a sniff session, you now have all access to this perfume room of whatever you want to try. So super cool. Yeah, so stay tuned for the next one. I will try to find time to take a shower and get all dolled up again for ya. See you guys. Mwah.